The preliminary hearing for the man accused of killing 4 people and kidnapping a baby wrapped up just a few hours ago. 29-year-old Austin Drummond is facing several charges, and today the state brought 5 witnesses to the stand in an effort to show there's enough evidence for the case to go to trial. ABC 24's Lauren Turman was inside the courtroom in Tiptonville and joins us now live from outside the Lake County Courthouse. Lauren, some gruesome details were revealed in court. I'm sure it was an emotional day for the family.
It certainly was, Pepper, and you could really see a lot of that emotion and a lot of tears on their faces as these chilling details were recited out loud to them. And we have a lot more details for you at this hour, but before I get into that, I want to share with you a moment that seemed to resonate with a lot of people in the courtroom. James Wilson's mother stood up and ran outside of the room and was heard in the hallway screaming and crying and pleading for help after the details of how her son was murdered was shared out loud. And so today, following the hearing, all of these families are hoping that this is just a first step in their fight for justice. Now, again, today's evidence painted a better picture of what investigators say happened on the morning of July 29th, when 4 people were killed and a baby was later found abandoned in a front yard. The victims were 15-year-old Braden Williams, 20-year-old Adriana Williams, 38-year-old Courtney Rose, and 21-year-old James Wilson. Investigators believe the victims were lured to a rural area and near the road along Carrington, possibly under the pretense of smuggling contraband into a nearby prison. Each arrived separately in different vehicles, and the murders happened in a narrow window between 7 o'clock and 7:25 a.m. The victims were later found under camouflage tarps, and Braden, Adriana, and Courtney were revealed today to have been shot in the head at least one time. And TBI Special Agent Justin Tubbs had this to say about James.
Mr. Wilson had been shot in multiple places in his body for approximately 11 times.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Please. Please. Please help me.
And you just heard Wilson's mom yelling that incident that I described for you earlier just then. Cell phone data also played a very big role in today's hearing. Investigators say Drummond arrived at the scene, left, met with accomplices, and then returned. The phone in question, though not definitively tied to Drummond at this point, was used in 3-way calls with 2 alleged accomplices. Those were Tanaka Brown and Giovante Thomas. Now, Thomas was dating Michelle Ovalis, who was rented the Nissan Rogue, which was another car that was found at the scene of the crime. Investigators say that Tanaka Brown also later met up with Drummond in the morning after those murders happened, helped him push a white truck with a red stripe into a ravine, and then took him and the baby involved in all of this to a Clarion hotel. Later in the afternoon, cell phone data placed Drummond near the front yard where the baby was found, and a lot of investigators have also said that he has since admitted to dropping the baby off in that front yard. Now, there was one other alleged accomplices that these prosecutors and other investigators did not touch on during the hearing, but we do expect to hear more about their roles in the coming months. And again, it is worth noting that Drummond is not new to crime or experiencing charges. He was recently released from a 13-year stint in prison. And so again, this all paints a much broader picture of what we have been working to find out over the last couple of weeks, as we're hearing a lot of the details of the timeline, as well as who exactly was involved in this incident here at the preliminary hearing today. And I'm going to put it all together for you coming up tonight at 10. But for now, live in Lake County, I'm Lauren Turman, ABC 24 News.